So check out the brains of this combine here. I pulled into a different hybrid of corn. First of all, it realized that the corn was getting ground up, so it changed the concave clearance and the rotor speed. When these numbers are blue, that means that the combine is changing its own settings without asking me, which is fine. I love it. It also is starting to notice that we're losing a little grain over the chaffer. So for that reason, it's opened the chaffer up, and I'm guessing pretty soon, if it doesn't fix it, it's gonna start slowing the fan speed down just a little bit. It's also monitoring the camera feed. Look at that, it's opening the sieve, and then it's gonna be monitoring the camera feed to make sure that there's not a bunch of extra junk getting in there. And this machine will continue to fine tune its own settings until it's reached basically perfection. Well, good morning. It's another beautiful day for harvest. We got a nice stiff breeze, so I can turn the combine in 3 different directions, and I can get everything blown off and cleaned off and stay clean myself. Speaking of clean, that windshield is not. Now, it was also pretty breezy yesterday while we were harvesting, so the combine actually might not be as dirty as it oftentimes is. We'll have to see. I can already tell it's not going to be too bad, because sometimes the stalks on top of the feeder house are built all the way up to almost the bottom of the windshield, so it's not going to be horrible. First things first, though, we got to check the oil in both of these machines before they get started for the day. Yeah, it's still nice and black. A little chaff in here. Also black. Good to go. Well, I had an unfortunate occurrence take place while I was cleaning the combine up this morning. I was in the grain tank and I'd flipped up the glass to clean between the back window of the cab and the glass in the grain tank. A bunch of chaff blew in my eyes, so I'm not really sure what happened. I'm not sure if the hinges were really stiff or if I opened it too far or too fast, but anyway, I just shattered the glass out of the front of the grain tank. So Doc's on his way to the John Deere store to get a new glass for the grain tank, because fortunately they have one left, and I'm on the way home with the combine to put some fuel in it and see if I can get the bolts out of the hinge plate so that we can get that new glass in there and get going as quick as possible. It's just one of those deals where I was trying to do the right thing and get the glass all cleaned up so it was really nice to operate, but if I wouldn't have fiddled with it, we'd be combining right now. So, oh well. That's the cleanest that window's ever been, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Nothing to be nervous about here.
No, not at all.
Okay. So those little bolts, spin the nut on that, will you? Nope, we got it hung. I just got to get the bolts snugged up without breaking anything. Now you take the wrenches. I will let it down. Push on the frame and not the window to close it. I was wondering if those clouds meant that it was going to start raining. It looks like we're going to get just a little bit wet for a second here, but I don't think it's going to amount to much. Kind of hope we can keep going some more. Well, we got pretty lucky here. It quit raining just as soon as it started. Looks like we're probably going to get maybe another 20 or 25 acres out of this field. It's starting to get dark on us, but things are going really well. And this is a field where we're not even using the semi because it's close enough to the home farm that we're just taking the grain cart out the driveway, right down the road and around the corner, and dumping the grain cart directly into the pit at the dryer. So we can get a lot done in a hurry this way, and we only need 2 people for harvest instead of 3. Well, we're finally making our last load of the night. It's been a really good day. It didn't start out good, but it turned into a good one pretty fast. We're running out of headspace on the bin that we're blowing corn out of the dryer into. So rather than risk plugging up the air system or somebody having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and stay up for an hour waiting for the bin to top off to switch to another bin, we're just gonna go ahead and call it. Well, we might be rained out of harvest, but that doesn't mean we don't have anything to do. I got a little bit of corn hauled to town a couple weeks ago when we were rained out, but I need to get a few more loads delivered this morning. Got to get some hog barn washing done and get things ready for brand new pigs coming next week. And we've got a few odds and ends maintenance things that need to be taken care of as well. So no time to stand around. So I'm really shocked that this is happening, but I got the corn hauled this morning, and after lunch we took a look around and decided that we'd probably be able to finish this field that we were working on last night. It's not ideal, and we wouldn't be trying this at all if we were having to get the semi in and out of the field. But since we're just going in and out with the tractor, we're gonna go ahead and finish this field so that it's done. See, what happens is once you pack the driveway down by making a few trips in and out, whether it's with the semi or the tractor, that ground can no longer absorb moisture, and it's supposed to rain a lot more the rest of the week and into the weekend and get kind of cold next week. So even though we are making a little bit of a mess getting in and out of this field tonight, we figure it's probably going to be better now than it's going to be after we get a lot more rain on it. It might be a really long time before we're able to use this driveway again. And this particular field only has that one driveway. The rest of the fields that we have not even been in yet, they're going to be fine because the driveways aren't packed down. They'll soak in, dry up pretty quickly, and we'll be able to get in and out of those fields. But that's why we're finishing this one. That's why we're slinging mud on the road. It is what it is. Well, I'm just heading back for the very last load of corn. We're gonna get this field done. We're gonna get things put away tonight before it starts raining. and they have a very, very good chance of rain tonight. So I hate the fact that we made this mess, but it's probably a good deal overall that we got this field done before we get more substantial rainfall. And like I say, screw up that driveway for even longer. With the weather we got coming after the rain, who knows how long it's gonna take places like this to dry out again. Well, I got a little more corn in that cart than I've had the last few times. I mean, than I've had at all today. So I'm hoping this doesn't present a problem on the way out. I didn't think it was going to be quite this big of a load, or I might have just taken 2 really small loads back to finish the field out, but time will tell here. Come on. No problem at all. Well, I was gonna say we needed some wind to dry this ground out, but I think we've got what we need today. Good grief, look at that stuff blowing. It's blowing right on past us. I've never seen this before. This is ridiculous. Good grief. Well, this is a day that's been a long time in the making, but if everything goes the way we hope it goes, we'll be done with harvest before lunchtime even rolls around. This harvest has been a breeze so far. I'm almost afraid of the last 20 acres. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, is what I'm getting at. We'll see. Ooh, she's a dirty pig today. So I was cleaning things off this morning and I noticed that this big belt that's such a pain to change is starting to split right here. I just really hope that thing can last for another 20 acres because there's a lot of stuff that's got to come off to replace that belt. Come on, man. You can do it. See that waterway down there? That's it right there. That's as far as we have to get before harvest 2023 is a thing of the past. Come on, baby, just hang together just a little bit longer. Okay, I kind of almost lied just a little bit. It looks like I got to cross this waterway and get just a little bit more. Here we go, there's the end of it, right in front of us. And it's over. It is finished, complete, done. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love harvest. It's probably my favorite thing. But this is a great feeling right here. Having it all wrapped up. What a year it's been. Well, I was just going to let the video end right there, cold turkey, but my son Andrew doesn't like it if I don't get on here at the end and say, hey, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.